Hey everybody, welcome to the slope of a line guided notes part 2. Okay, finding the slope of a horizontal line. So the slope of a horizontal line, so when we look at our formula, y2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Here's our slope formula. Okay, and if I'm looking at this, if I want to go from a graph, and notice how there's no change in y, right? The y is 0. You don't go up or down. You're just on the same line. So that's 0 over, well, how far do we go to the right? We go from, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots. And it doesn't matter. 0 divided by any number, you guys, is always 0. So the slope of the line is 0. If you were going to do this by hand, we could call this point 1, point 2. So y2, 5, should be a common error, and minus 5, so y sub 1, okay, and 2, there's x sub 2, minus, right, 2, and then x sub 1 is negative 3, okay, and that equals 0 over, okay, and then that subtracting negative becomes positive, and you get 5. So the slope of a horizontal line is always 0. Always 0. The slope of any horizontal line is always 0. So we go down to example 3 here. Finding the slope of a vertical line. You might say, oh, it's no slope. Well, we got to be really careful. This is the one that's undefined. And if I always think about, can I ski down a vertical line? No, you can't. Can you walk up a vertical line? No, you can't. But let's just see how this happens. Now, when you had a horizontal line, the numerator was 0. Okay, but when you have a vertical line, the denominator is going to be 0, and you can't divide by 0. So let's look how this happens. Okay, so the rise is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So if I go the rise, so far so good. My y2 minus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 is 4. But then I don't move right or left any, which is 0. And that is undefined. You can't divide by 0. If I was going to use ordered pairs, we'll call that point 1, let's call that point 2. So my second point, I have y2. Y sub 2 is 6 minus y sub 1, which is 2. X sub 2 is 3. And y sub 2, or x sub 1 is 3. So you get 6 minus 2, which is 4. 3 minus 3 is 0. It's undefined. Okay, so the slope of any vertical line is undefined, and the slope of any horizontal line is 0. Well, that'll wrap up this video. So if you have any questions or comments on how to find the slope of a horizontal or vertical line, let me know.